Hi everyone, it's Mark from Brave Auto. Today we're in a Audi RS4, which is a 2.7 BiTurbo V6 with a 6-speed gearbox, Quattro model, and very nice vehicle. These are becoming now quite expensive in Japan and harder to get. This one's been bought out of auction for a Canadian customer. He's been looking for one probably, well, he's had one on order probably for, he started off with an RS2 and we couldn't find an RS2 suitable enough. Actually, I found one quite a while ago, a black one, and then I actually ended up putting it back through the auction. It was pretty rough thing really, and it was one that I got from it was a private seller, and we didn't check the vehicle. He wasn't in the same town as us, and reassured us that the vehicle was really nice. And when it arrived at the yard, it was quite the opposite, and it had been overheated as well. And when we did a leak down test on it, it came up with not very good. So we ended up putting it back through auction, and it was quite funny actually, because one of the other exporters that deals to the same country that we go to or send to, they actually bought the vehicle. So feel sorry for their customer, but he should have, or they should have, I don't know, looked into it a bit more, I suppose. To whether they ended up exporting it out or not, I don't know. But I'd seen some photos of it on the net, and where it was at the port being shipped out, so I gather it's gone to someone. So anyway, this customer of ours, he then decided to look for an RS4, and we've been looking probably for the last 12 months, and this one here came up last week, and it's done 90,000 Ks. It's black with half black leather. It's a 50th anniversary model. So in 2000 they made more than 50, but this is a limited edition. So like I say, it's a very nice vehicle, and myself personally love the Audis and love the RSs. So I'm about to take this one for a test drive, make sure everything's right with it, and it'll probably be a long test drive as well. I actually like this one. Okay, anyway, get underway. The Audi RS4s sound really nice. Widen the window down. So yeah. Okay, let's get on the way. And they go very quick too. Most of the left-hand drive vehicles are driver auto or electronic. Some of the Porsches are driver manual. I've got a 86 E30 M3 personal car myself. I had it for about probably about 17 years now, and so I'm used to driving left-hand manual. So these RSs have big brakes on them. They don't have Brembos, they just have Audi brakes on them, but they're actually very large. So I'll be interested to see what the stopping power is like. Gearbox feels nice. I'll just wait for it to come up to temp before I play with it, I suppose, the way to put it. So what we're checking while we're driving is the clutch is good, the vehicle's fine under load, it's changing gear, especially coming up and down the gears, and making sure it's not overheating or anything. I actually took off in third then. It actually takes off really easy in third, funny enough. You can feel it wants to go. So we're listening for like gearbox noises or diffs. Diff noise. We'll do a brake test as well, just make sure it's not pulling hard to the left or to the right. Go back the other way. Traffic around today, so speedo in these goes up to 310 k's, which is quite interesting to look at actually. And all the LCD crystals are all fine in this one. They have multi airbags and there's pillar airbags, sides of the seats, front. So a lot of car really. Brakes are good. You don't realise how fast you're going in them. Got a lot of torque to it. Turn around here. Under, there's no hesitation to it or anything. What's that? Alpha. And brake test again. One window down here. feels like it just wants to go. Have a really nice note to them. All the idling's fine, idling at around 900. Temp's fine. Has oil temperature gauge, obviously your water gauge. It's actually really good that it has oil temperature gauge. Because, as probably most of you know, your water temperature gauge will only work if there's water in there. Okay, so if it drops the water out of the vehicle and you don't notice the gauge spike, what will happen is gauge will actually come back down to normal even though it's got no water in it, and it will cook itself. Okay, so when you have an oil temperature gauge, like in all my personal cars, I fit aftermarket oil temperature gauges, and I run off the oil temperature gauge rather than the water temp. Very nice. I know I say that a lot about vehicles, very nice, but this definitely is very nice. Okay, so that was the Audi RS4, and just getting one last picture of it. Dealer plates, which you have to have for test driving vehicles. Super nice car.